Hey, y'all, watch this.
All right, welcome to the first episode of the Jersey String Band podcast.
Awesome.
So, you want to let everybody know who you are? I'm sure everybody knows who you are, Mr. Mayor.
Well, if you looked at my memes lately, apparently I'm James Bond.
Yeah, the memes going around.
Yeah, that's a good meme. Only if surgery worked that well. We'll just put that black suit on.
Yeah,
Nice and thin.
I saw a comment that said, "Black is very slimming."
And I said, I wish.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I am Pat Walton. I am captain and president of Jersey String Band.
My name is Alex Walton. I am a banjo player, and I run our social media.
And I am Eric Wertz, and I play the alto sax, and I'm a member of the board.
Awesome. So, it's been said before, we've said it over and over again, about the band and how we became what we became. You want to shed some light on that, just to reiterate? I know a lot of people know, but maybe some people don't realize exactly where we came from.
Jersey String Band was founded in 2018. Most of our members at that time, actually all of our members at that time, were members of the Peter A. Broomall String Band. And in the beginning of 2018, they said that the 2019 parade would be their final parade for the band. The members of our band, outside of the Broomall family, were not ready to retire. So we organized as a group. I was lucky enough to be asked to lead. We came up with the name Jersey. We founded ourselves on November 11th of 2018, which is our first. That was when we were founded as an organization with the state of New Jersey. And the 2020 parade was our first parade as Jersey String Band.
And something that I like was we talked about it as members when we heard that the Broomalls wanted to retire. Not only did the members say, well, we're not done going up the street, nobody else wanted to just join a new band and leave the family that we already had. So
Right.
I thought,
Yeah. The band almost seemed like it rallied behind that, and we didn't lose a single person for that 2019 parade when we sent Broomall out. Not a single member left the band. Everybody stayed from the date the Broomall's announced through the 2019 New Year's Day parade. Everybody stayed. No one left. And the goal was, when they announced it to the band in April, that let's send the Broomalls out the best we can, and then let's do our own thing and make it happen. And it was almost like a rallying cry for the 2019 year and the 2020.
Right. So, and people had the option to go if they wanted
oh, yeah.
to.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? But that, I think that says something to everybody. I guess we kind of like each other somewhat,
Yeah.
you know? So,
We're family and family.
yeah, and people, yeah. So, you have people who've been in it 20 plus years, and, I guess at that time we were 8 years?
5 years.
5 years in? Oh.
5 years in.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. This is our 5th. Yeah.
That was
so
5 years in. This year was my 10th time. Would have been my 10th on the parade.
That's fairly young compared to how long you've been doing it, Eric?
about the same time.
Eric came
Yeah,
in the same time we
2013?
did.
Yeah.
My first year up the street, it was up the street, not down the street. It was the last year up the street when we did the camping theme. And I believe that was your
Yeah,
first
because
year
I
as well.
joined the summer before.
Yeah.
Oh,
did
so
the
yeah,
doctors.
my first parade was the doctors.
Yeah, I dressed as a doctor on the 4th of July, not on January 1st.
Yeah, that's when
Yeah, so you joined the band within 2013.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's our little brief history. We're here. The point of this podcast is to kind of highlight some of our, all of our members, hopefully, that want to come up and do this.
Yes.
We're perched on top of our fire hall that we're a part of, the Woodbury Heights Fire Department. So we thank them for welcoming us in. And what's your famous quote? It's good to
be wanted. It is so good to be wanted, and they are so ecstatic that we're here. As much as New Year's Day cannot be fun sometimes, especially with all the waiting, it was so special for them to be waiting for us. The fire department was waiting for us around the corner from us, a half-mile away with the fire trucks, and they escorted both of our buses back with lights and sirens, and it was like a hero's welcome, and it was so cool. We get back to the fire hall, and you could not even move. There were so many people here waiting for us.
Yeah.
So that had to be arguably one of the best points of the day for New Year's.
Now, do you want to talk about how we got in here? I mean, previously we were located at the Greenfields Fire Hall. I don't know if you want to shed some light on that.
Yeah, our first home for the band was the Greenfields Fire Hall. It's in West Effort Township. That's my hometown. That's where I'm from. The Broomalls used to be based out of National Park. West Effort literally surrounds National Park, so it's just the next town over. We're just basically on the other side of town. I had people that I knew that were part of the Greenfields Fire Hall, and we were able to work out a deal and get into the Greenfields Fire Hall. Situations changed, especially after COVID, and the Greenfields Fire Hall was no longer an option for 2023. Literally January 1st of 2023, we had to be out of the fire hall. So when we left there, some of the members that were part of the Greenfields Fire Hall moved over to Woodbury Heights. Woodbury Heights is literally just on the other side, right next town. It's the next town over. It's probably less than a half mile from the other fire hall. They said, hey, we're going over to Woodbury Heights. We talked to them. They would love to have you come be part of that organization and be there. So we were able to come. I was able to come over, work out a deal. We come in here every Wednesday night, and hopefully throughout this year, we're going to expand our partnership and work together to not only try to raise money for both organizations, but also be more involved with our community, because that's honestly one of the most important things. You got to have the support of your neighbors in order to make this work. Yeah,
and then, like you said, the outcome from this New Year's, I mean, it was packed out front here.
Yeah, you couldn't move.
So
it was awesome. It was
if we ever
so
do get
fun.
first prize, we'll we'll shut the town down.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But
yeah, this will be an awesome party place for that.
Yeah, so
one day.
Hopefully
in my lifetime.
Yeah.
We're still taking baby steps.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to walk before you can run. We started crawling. We're just starting to walk. It's going to take time. I mean, every year we're getting better and better. I would love to see that jump, up in there, but a little bit here, a little bit there. Music gets better. Music playing gets better. Now our show needs to get better. There's things that we need to adjust as you go on, but as you play, as you grow as an organization, you learn the proper way to do things.
I hope that comes out. I don't know if anybody can hear her, but we're literally right over where practice is. So if you hear the mum music, I thought it was a kind of cool aesthetic.
It is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gets picked up. Hopefully, I think it will be. But these mics are pretty good.
I can hear it a little bit in the headphones, so hopefully everybody else hears it too.
Yeah, and you talk about events and stuff. We'll always post if we're doing a fundraiser or something, and we'll talk about it on here. I want to kind of towards the end of the podcast, kind of what's coming up for us as far as a parade or any kind of job or event. So that's another thing I want to do with the podcast as well. So
yeah, and I mean it's a great opportunity to get our name out there and just show off what we are. Good family band that just wants to have fun.
Yeah. So I do have some questions.
Okay.
And I guess we can kind of go around. But I want to start it with Eric. What got you into the string band? Where did you find out about it? And what made you be like, oh yeah, let me try this out?
I love telling this story. So I was in the high school marching band, like a lot of
Yeah.
mothers, and I loved it. It was my entire high school life, but I knew music wasn't really where I was gonna go professionally, and I knew deep down inside I wasn't probably good enough to like join a local orchestra or something. So, but I was really disappointed that I thought, well, I'll graduate and then music is over and my sax will be in the attic somewhere, and that was a pretty depressing thought. But then I was helping this guy move, and actually his landlord was a former member of Broomall, and he saw me wearing my band jacket, and he goes, "Wait, you play the saxophone?" I said, yeah. You want to be a mummer? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I showed up to the practice and had a great time, and I got caught with a bug.
Yeah. That bug.
It's a bug that just doesn't go away. It digs in.
Yeah. I'll go because the line of chain. It goes from our other brother Chris. Basically, Chris, my brother Chris, they asked me if I wanted to marshal, and I didn't know what the heck that meant. I said, sure, why not? I'm not doing anything New Year's Day. Picks me up, we go. I have no idea what the heck I'm supposed to be doing.
You just told to wear black.
I'm just wear all black, no logos. If you have logos, there's black duct tape, and that's still something to this day that we have on
Oh, we have rolls of
plenty. We have duct tape, all kinds of colors. So,
Yes.
Yeah. So I helped out. There was the doctor's year. I remember getting off the bus, and there was a pair of pants, and there was legs in it. I can't remember exactly what they used it for during the performance. It was for Broomall, maybe for the gurney or something.
Okay.
And I'm like, what the heck is this? I remember just looking around, and this is when the parade was still the parade. So all the bands were down there, and I remember a band did like a toy theme, and I was sitting there watching them, and eventually I got put into our ambulance. If you ever go back on YouTube and watch the performance, I helped push out the gurney when the ambulance is going around front or wherever it was.
Yeah.
Now, that was the most disorienting thing, because you're in a box and you got to somehow push this gurney out so Pete can do his surgery, and all you see is it start to move, and you got to kind of move and hopefully not fall. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I was like, and at that point I think we did a couple performances, so.
Oh yeah, there was what?
Yeah,
3 or 4 performances.
3 or 4 up the street.
Up the
Yeah.
street.
And then you hit
Yeah.
Broad.
Yeah.
Then you ran as hard as you could from
Front
the
of the
Union
cameras.
League to the City Hall.
Yeah.
Out of breath, sucking wind, and then hey, let's do the full performance for real this time.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Now that we're all exhausted.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's my introduction, and then I don't know if you want to carry on with that.
Yeah. As he said, our brother Chris, we're one of 3 brothers. There's 3 of us here in the band. My brother Chris worked with our at the time our bass drummer Steve.
It's all Steve's fault.
It's all Steve's fault. We blame him all the time.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
it wasn't for Steve.
If it wasn't for Steve, there probably
Who
wouldn't be a
knows?
Jersey
There
String.
would not.
So, but Steve got Chris, got Alex. We went down for the show of shows down in Atlantic City.
The show
Yep.
shows. I remember
Uh,
going back, not to interrupt, but going back into Gurney. That's when they had Jimmy Broomall was
Yeah.
in there, and I had to like push him out. he had like there was like a red wig or something, I think from like when they did the Tomcat year or whatever it was, that he was wearing. And so yeah.
I miss Jim. Jim was so great. But anyway, so after all this, after the show was completed, we got invited to come down backstage, down underneath for the party and all that stuff. And they were trying to recruit my son Pat, who's still is our bell player. He played percussion, loved playing the bells. And
So what
they
you're
recruited
saying
him.
is they wanted him and not you.
Oh no, they wanted him, and then they wanted me to be a marshal.
Like the cherry on top.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was the secondary thought. I wasn't the primary thought. The
Yeah.
musician is number one, and if you can get a marshal tagged along with it, that's even better. You know. So, but that's how we came in. Pat joined up. I joined up through different things that happened throughout the year. By the time parade time came around, they made me chief marshal for that year, for the 2024 parade. Basically, they lied to me, which was exactly it. I got told, all you got to do is just tell everybody what to do. I'm like, well, that's kind of what I do for a living, so I can do that. So, and apparently I'm pretty good at telling everybody what to do.
Okay.
So, well, let me rephrase that. I'm used to telling everybody what to do. It doesn't mean they listen. But that's how I got in. That was my first year was the camping year, which was the 2014 parade. That was my first time and only time up the street all the way. And
Yeah, that was the last time.
that
Then
was
they reversed it, yeah.
then they reversed it the following year. And ever since then, it's just been one parade after the next. It's been fun.
Yeah. It's like that frustrating fun sometimes, you know? But
I think the frustration is what makes it fun at the end.
yeah.
Because you sometimes you get into situations where you just don't see you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but then it's there.
Somehow it happens.
It's somehow everything comes together, and it doesn't matter that you don't know what you're doing the day before,
Yeah.
but
So
you'll
yeah.
make it work.
So that kind of goes into my next question. What do you get out of being in the band? Like, and I guess you kind of answered your.
Oh, I enjoy every bit of this.
Yeah.
I enjoy all of it. I love making props for New Year's. I love booking the jobs for all of our parades through the year. I love the planning and design behind everything. To be honest with you, I like all the planning, designing, and all that stuff almost more than I do like doing the parade. I do enjoy interacting with the people, though. The
Yeah.
interacting with the people is by far the best part of what we do.
Yeah.
Doing all the parades throughout the year, going up to people, getting photos with people, seeing the smiles on their face. That is the most gratifying thing about this whole thing.
Yeah. I would agree.
I like, I mean, it's almost like we're a mini celebrity, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Just to tell people, oh, what are you doing on your weekend? Well, I'm a mummer, so I'm a little busy this weekend. And then, but like throughout the year, like you said, just the small parades around town, just when we can take pictures with the crowd or with our fans.
Birthday parties, too.
It's great. Birthday parties,
Oh,
you
I
get
love
little old
birthday
ladies
parties.
to dance with. And
Oh, yeah. They're the happiest people on the face of the earth. It doesn't matter that they might, even when you do the birthday parties for people that like can't come down because they just got out of the hospital, or I miss, hey, I want to do this for my mom. She wasn't available.
Yeah.
She wasn't able to
she
see
grew
New
up
Year's.
in South Philly in the 70s and
Yeah.
hasn't heard of Mummer since.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So those are so much fun to do that. I got to do something special for her. She's had a hard year. And no matter how bad their year is, to see they have a giant smile on their face, and even if they can't get out of a chair, just to watch their arms go up and down, oh, they're like little kids again.
But I agree with what else you said. You said you'd enjoy all of it. Like,
Yeah.
from right now, we're in the beginning of February, and
Oh, I was
Just
so
pick a
excited this
theme,
weekend. This
and
weekend, I was
just to-
so excited.
just
It
to
is-
start getting the gears going, and then moving on. And sorry
Oh,
about that.
dear Lord.
Don't break
Knocking you out. Like, I'm learning a lot when you're teaching me how to build props, and I was so proud of myself. I learned where the fairing strip is this year, and
Yeah.
there's all kinds of
He's slowly learning our language
very
when we
slowly.
talk.
Yeah.
But
Last year I learned jig.
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 Yes.
We have a lot of jigs.
Now,
Then we have a jigsaw
Yeah, it's different.
that Eric breaks, but it's okay.
I think like, you got to buy a new one.
I got a nice one though this year.
It is a nice.
I did. I
It
got
cuts
a
way
real,
better.
Yeah, it cuts.
oh,
much
so so if you want to get a new tool, just give it to him. Give it to Eric,
Yeah.
and he'll
a
break
point.
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then now you have a reason to get.
I got a nice new Milwaukee jigsaw. It's so nice. Should get them to sponsor us.
Milwaukee? Yeah. Can you imagine?
Look at what we do with your tools.
I don't know.
Nah, I don't know either.
But I guess my
But-
third favorite part. Well, not third.
Third
but
favorite.
Third bullet point. I don't know, but we talk about it all the time. You guys are my family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not just
yeah.
like I would choose to go to a parade like over some great uncle's birthday party any day.
Yeah.
I'd rather be with my actual family.
Yeah. Finish props up early so we can go see Godzilla.
Yeah, that was fun.
Godzilla.
We did, yeah.
Oh yeah, we went and saw Godzilla
together.
minus one. Oh, awesome.
What is that?
You didn't see
You didn't see that
Godzilla
movie?
minus one?
No, I didn't know that was a thing.
This movie's gonna like win an Oscars.
Oh, okay.
This
Yeah.
Godzilla minus one
Is this
the
a funny movie or?
No.
No.
It's Godzilla with all the current technology,
But it feels like you're watching a movie.
but you
from the
feel like
60s.
you're watching the original version
Really?
from the '60s. They actually just re-released it in black and white.
I didn't even know that there was
It
another
was-
Godzilla movie.
It was 100% spoken Japanese language, no English at all subtitles. The only thing that would have made it better, yes, the black and white is, I think, probably.
gotta watch the black
I
and
want
white
to see the
version.
black and white, but they need to do an English, horrible English.
Just make it
Yes.
a little
Oh.
bit.
Yeah,
funny.
over up. But
Yeah.
it honestly it reminded you of the old ones. Remember the old ones we used to watch all the time?
Sure.
Sure.
The Matthew Broderick one?
No,
not the terrible version.
No.
No, I
The
like
original
that one.
Japanese ones with the rubber suits.
Yeah, yeah. I never
Those
watched
ones.
them.
Those were the ones. That's what they even had Godzilla full CGI walking like he's like he was in
Oh,
this
like
rubber
an
suit.
old.
Yeah. But that boat scene was awesome.
Any
How do we
of
know
the,
he's
like-
gonna show up?
Any of the villains in there? Like
Not yet.
Like his.
No.
Yeah, not yet.
It was
Maybe
just
if they make a sequel.
and they set
They
it
will.
Up. They
Yeah,
set
they
it up.
will.
Is there who? Is there a big actor in it or?
They
Just a
might
bunch
be
of
in
Japanese
Oh,
actors.
just Japanese.
Yeah.
They're
It
all.
was 100% Japanese spoken English. I think it's like one or two. I think it's like the biggest ever foreign Japanese film ever in the United States.
Has there been a Godzilla theme for
For
Mummers?
New Year's? They did a couple years ago. They did Monsters.
They did the monster theme, but
I think
I don't-
Godzilla was part of it.
yeah, I think Godzilla was part. Yeah, Godzilla was on their logo.
Quake.
One of the
Quakers.
giant bands.
Was it Quaker?
Yeah,
Quaker,
Quaker. Yeah, Quaker. They had Godzilla in the logo. At least I think they did. I know they had. I know.
Well,
they
I'm
had
sure we'll
Primer on
get
it.
comments.
Yeah, someone's gonna say something, but I swear Godzilla was in that, but I could be wrong.
It was
Yeah.
either Monsters or movies or something.
movie.
They hit it on the T-shirt.
They won.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was good.
it was a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had
Is there one specific thing? Trying to get back to.
Sorry,
Oh,
sorry,
So-
sorry.
Getting
Sidetracked.
ADD man over here.
So I have another podcast with a buddy, and he likes to go off on tangents, and I like to say I'm his PR person because I bring him back, and I no more autographs. He's
Yeah.
But anyhow, going back to, is there one specific when we're gearing up for our performance and our show for whatever year, is there one specific thing that you absolutely look forward to? That you're like, I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to be a part of this. I can't wait to,
What for the show?
yeah. When
Making props.
when we're gearing props.
Oh, I enjoy so much making the props.
making props is good. It feels real, and it's real late in the game
Oh,
when
yeah.
we first put on our costumes. Then
Okay.
it feels real.
Yeah, that's probably something. I'm always anxious to see what we're going to be wearing and what's it going to look like, how the colors kind of go together, and who's in what suit,
Yeah.
who's where. I mean, we kind of know banjos and um, accordions are going to be, about
Yeah.
the same. Uh, altos, tenors, and
Yeah, they're gonna be in a pit. and
But it
everything like
helps, like, because when we write the drill and we have sets that mix, and then you don't know, well, why am I standing next to you? Oh, because our colors are going every other,
right.
and it helps.
Hmm. You play an instrument?
that. I am actually in the process of learning how to play the banjo.
How's that
Learning
going?
plectrum banjo. I know the notes. I know all that stuff. My problem right now is I can't transition between the notes. Like I can't go from first position to this to that, and going from point A to point B. But it's something that's just going to be repetition. The more I do it, the better it's going to get, and it's already starting to get better.
Yeah.
But I mean, realistically, I spent the last 6 months of last year just basically learning all the chords. This is a major, this is a minor, this is a seventh, this is a diminished, this is that. So I understand how the notes work and how I got to do it. Now I'm at the point where I'm learning the transition.
Mm.
So that's going to take time, and it's just something that's going to be.
Yeah.
So eventually, when I'm done being captain, I would still want to perform.
How long have you played the saxophone?
I've played the saxophone since the 4th grade, so about 2002, so quite
Okay.
a long time.
Yeah, 20 plus years. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other instruments that you play or have or want to or?
Never. I tried switching from alto to tenor for a year or two in
Yeah.
high school, but I like playing the melody. It helps when I hear what I'm supposed to play, and I can sort of hear it in my head.
Mm. Awesome. Well.
Don't forget. I mean, obviously, you already said you're a band.
Well, I'm a banjo player. I have a bass that's hanging on the wall that I haven't really touched. It's collecting dust, but it's a Beetle bass.
Ooh.
Yeah. You still got that box bent? You saw that? What was that?
The
Matchbox?
Canjo.
Oh, the Canjo.
I got to bring the Canjo out.
Oh, the Canjo. Yes.
It's basically a piece of wood with like an open.
Soup can.
Yeah, or they have them like a beer can or a soda can or whatever. And it's one string. So it might be like maybe like how many frets? It might be like, I don't know, 12 frets. The neck.
Yeah. Well, you just got one note at a time. So
Yeah.
you just got to tune it to whatever note you want, and then you can work your way down the fret and change it.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it's not bad.
but that's not really like a professional instrument. It's kind of
No, but it would be great with a,
It would be great.
It would be.
But I would like to
that
just
would be
as,
awesome for like a hillbilly theme.
I was gonna say I would like to have it maybe in some theme some year.
Oh yeah, that would be
If
awesome.
if we ever do like a
We have to get a whole bunch of them, but yeah, that would be awesome.
I mean you can even
You
probably
just
You can
you
make
could
them.
probably make them
Yeah.
from
Oh yeah, we got plenty of beer cans. I got plenty of beer cans. We
Well.
can make that work.
For certain, we need since you're learning banjo, we're definitely going to need to have a line of Waltons on the street
Oh
together.
yeah, absolutely. That'll give us all 4 as long as Dad's still performing.
yeah eventually
Yes.
whenever that happens.
Yes.
So yeah. Let's see here. So here's some like one-off questions, and you don't have to get too into them, but just to kind of end. What is your favorite theme that you've been a part of?
This year was pretty good, the Pirates. I mean, camping year is always going to be close to my heart since it was my first year, so.
Okay. Nice. What say you?
I have a couple.
Okay.
I know it's only supposed to be one.
What is your favorite?
This is why our rehearsals last so long.
I know, because I can't stop talking. All right. My favorite is the rodeo clown.
What year was that?
That was 17.
17. Poof.
That was 17. That was my first
Okay.
year as captain. I came out chasing my mom, chasing our mom,
Yeah.
down in between the band with my oldest son playing a feature behind me on the wagon.
The was that the buckets?
No. That was the remember.
What was the buckets?
The buckets were the construction year.
Construction.
That was the
That makes
construction.
sense.
That was the year before.
That makes more sense.
But no, we were on the.
They're all blurring together.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
But so it's funny, not to interrupt again, but like you talk to some of these old mummers, right, who's been doing it for 50 some odd years, and they're like, oh yeah, I remember in '85 we had this, that, this, the third. I'm like, I don't even remember 2 years ago what we had. Like, what the heck? I remember we stepped. I'm like, oh my goodness, all right.
Yeah, and people ask me about years. I go, I don't know. I remember what theme it was, but I don't
Yeah.
know what year it was.
Well, I mean, they have. There's certain things, and some of the people you ask and you talk to, these are people that have been, I guess it's a little bit easier when you have a first place prize. You can remember certain things, and when you're featured in something, it's also a little bit easier. Like that 2017, I'm able to pull that up right away because that's my first year as captain.
Yeah.
That was my first year as a captain, and for that exact reason, first year captain, I came out chasing my mom with my son playing directly behind me on top of that wagon.
Mm.
By far, that was my favorite prop to ever build.
Yeah, that was a good.
That
prop.
was awesome. That was so much fun making that.
Yeah, I remember that thing.
That was huge. That's the biggest prop I've ever built. It was so much fun.
Yeah. I would say, well, probably the casino year. I liked it just because it was my theme.
Yeah,
Good reason.
that's a good reason.
It was
to remember
my
your
theme. But other than that, before that, it was probably the Alice in Wonderland theme. I really, the suits were just
Oh, they're so beautiful.
when you think of a mummer suit,
Yes.
that's what I think of.
It looked good.
Well, they were Jimmy May suits.
Yeah, well, exactly.
They're the.
There's
art-
feathers on
Oh,
the
yeah.
shoulders. I mean, the hat, everything.
Big giant hats.
The the legs with the
Yep.
going over your. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they were amazing suits.
and
And,
the
that captain suit was
Yeah.
oh man, that captain suit was beautiful. I still have it. It's so much.
The interesting thing about those is like when you walk, you hear it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's
You put that suit on, you
You become a mummer.
you feel awesome. It's so
Yeah.
awesome. My favorite photo ever taken of me was in that suit. It was actually done by the Baltimore police. Went down tonight. We went down. Some of us went down and helped out over Greater Overbrook in that parade. And I
Pete's suit or
it was
the
Pete's
the
suit.
red ones.
No, the Pete that teal captain suit.
Captain suit.
And I was in that suit, and
Yeah.
I fronted Overbrook while Bill was out being captain.
That's that was Pete's Hall of Fame.
That was Pete's Hall of Fame.
Right.
That's right. That was the year
That
you
is
got in.
correct.
Yeah, and I wore that thing.
Yeah, you put it on for a parade or two.
Yeah, I kept what I kept them two. I did one. I did the Avalon
Did a couple parades that I couldn't do.
Alloway parade.
Yes.
And then I did something. We did something with Jackie Bam Bam at the rodeo, or not the
It
rodeo,
was a
the
little combo.
yeah.
Cowtown.
Yeah.
Cowtown. And both one was the maroon suit, the Hatter suit, and then for the Broomall's last concert at the Mummers Museum,
Yeah.
I put
You put
Pete's suit on.
You
the
put
captain
that.
suit.
You put the Alice in Wonderland suit on, and I wore my my baby suit
Yeah,
because I that was a great suit too. I love that suit too.
the baby year. That was the
That was cold. It was
negative
7 degrees.
35
Yeah.
degrees out.
7 degrees.
That was probably
I remember
my
standing.
favorite
I was
captain suit. The baby year.
Yeah,
I love that suit.
That was with the
Yeah, with the
rubber
duck?
ducky. Yeah.
yeah.
That rubber duck That rubber duck. Whenever I hear any band member complain about their hat, I just go, "Let me have you wear my rubber duck hat."
It had a life of its own.
Because the rubber duck, even though it was tight as it possibly could be on the top of my head, it moved.
Oh yeah.
Every time you took a step, it moved, and it wasn't a. It's a rubber duck, so it's heavy.
Yeah.
And that thing moves, so your head is constantly doing this. So you just got to kind of, and you actually end up moving your head more than you actually realize it because you're trying to balance yourself out with that.
So that would be your favorite suit that you ever had wore, or would it?
Oh man, that yeah, I really did like that one. I mean, that tuxedo suit I had for the previous year.
Yeah.
For the casino year, I liked that tuxedo suit. This year's suit I didn't think was too bad either. I think this year's suit.
You look pretty good in the beard.
Oh, that beard made that suit perfect.
Yeah. What about you?
So-
What was your favorite suit?
Favorite suit? Maybe baby year. We had the garden year. I felt like a
Oh,
real
yeah,
runner
yeah.
in the garden because I had a green suit.
The green
It
one.
looked good.
That's yeah.
Yeah, they were South
'Cause
Philly suits. They were.
I would have said Alice, but I had a not so fond memory of Alice because I was a white rabbit and we had furry legs,
Yeah.
and then it was like 4th of July or something,
Ugh.
and sweat mixed with rain, and then the next day the suit was dead. It was just
Yeah.
I couldn't stand the smell. It was dead.
Yeah. I think.
Those rabbits should have been shot a long time before.
Yeah. They should have went back into the hole.
Yeah.
For me, I think it would be the dealer that from last year, the green
Those are nice.
and with the whatever hat that is, the derby hat or whatever.
Yeah,
Derby
the
hats,
derby
yeah.
hat was good. Although, you know what? I really did like the banjo suit that we had for
Or
the beach year.
Even the
pink one.
the pink and the
Pink and
the
white.
white.
Pink with the white
It's
tuxedo
the first time
pants.
no, that's the second time I wore white.
It was white
White
tuxedo
was-
pants.
White was the baby year with the pink and the blue.
Yes, they were dresses.
Yeah, I looked like
it
Lil
fit
Bo
me
Peep.
well up here, but yeah,
Yeah, they were dresses down low.
that ultimately that's probably my least favorite.
Yeah.
But
Well, you're wearing a dress. How do you know?
yeah, but
It could
yeah,
have been a moo for all. You know?
that or like the masquerade with the dress.
Those were huge.
Oh,
Those
I don't
crushed
ever
you
wanna-
had that.
organic.
You had that blue crushed velvet, right?
It was a beautiful suit and well put together,
Those
but
gold suits were nice.
Well, my all-time favorite suit is the garden year we had the rose suit.
yes,
Probably because I didn't have to wear it because it's about 1,000 pounds.
those things are so heavy.
yeah, and
They're
I'm surprised they made it because
I'm surprised they're still hanging.
But they look
we were
good.
like the third one to use them or something, right?
Yes,
Obviously, South Philly they won.
they're such beautiful suits.
Did South Philly have them made, or did we buy them from somebody else?
No, South Philly. Had
No,
them made.
South Philly.
No, South Philly definitely had
Was there a
them made.
middleman in between them and us?
Yes, It went from South
Yeah.
Philly to I think the Vikings.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
And then it went from the
Yeah.
Vikings to I could be wrong. It might not have been the Vikings, but it went to a fancy brigade, and then it went to Pennsport, and then we got it from Pennsport, which
Oh yeah,
we got them from Pennsport. Pennsport helped us out greatly with them to get to. So
and
we've
they
been doing
at
it-
that point they were probably modified,
yeah.
Sure.
Oh, they were
Twice
modified.
over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
modified.
and then
multiple
we
times.
modified them even more.
Yes. Yeah, because we found a lot of things there. So,
Yeah,
but they're still beautiful suits.
yeah. So along that, as we hear the music right now, what is your all-time favorite song to play or just overall listen to? Mom song in it.
I'll keep it to 2 because this year and last year I really started to, since I get the privilege of calling the music, I call out Cotton Candy Toy Balloon all the time.
Oh yeah.
And I just like playing it. I like
Oh, yeah.
hearing it.
Mhm.
But I
Such a
think
great
we
song.
sound the best when we play Saints.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's ever since we started the band. That's just, it's kind of been Jersey's theme song.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really like Blanket of Blue.
That's a good one.
Under a Blanket of Blue is such a beautiful song.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful arrangement. And it is I've gotten so many compliments from especially the older mummers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's usually the captain's pick, because I get a pick.
Yes.
I do get my song to pick, and that's usually the song. And luckily enough that we've had themes that allow me to put that song in the street song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Under a Blanket of Blue is such a beautiful song.
Yeah. So, for me, I like Bedelia,
That's a good one.
Scrap Iron. I mean, I know they're like
They're
they're originals, but like
there's nothing
I
wrong
don't
with
know.
that.
Da, 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 you know, I
Yeah.
just
It's great.
It fits so nice.
I love the beginning of that.
Yep.
And there's breaks in there, and it's nice. So favorite gig or parade?
Definitely the Doodah Parade. It's just so fun, and if you've never been, you should go down to kick the season off in Ocean City, and
Yeah.
the largest collection of basset hounds I've ever seen in my life. And they're all in the park. They're all dressed up.
Yep.
They're all howling at each other, and then they always get some old timey celebrity.
Well, this year they had Mickey Morandini. We were right behind him.
Mickey was so much fun going down the street. He was a blast going down the street. People wanted to get pictures of him, and I'm like, just stop anytime you
Yeah.
want. You're good.
Yeah.
We were laughing the whole way down the street. That was fun. West Cape May, the Christmas
West Cape
parade.
May.
That Christmas parade, it's typically our last parade of the year.
Yeah.
Usually by then I'm running on fumes because
Well, it's either
getting ready for that. But there's so
There's
many
a lot of people.
yeah.
and it's just you just feed off the crowd.
I get the similar feeling when we do Paulsboro, because
Yeah.
the crowd really gets into it.
Towards the end.
At the end,
yes.
because they all
Yeah.
gather at the school at the end.
At
but
the
they're-
reviewing station.
They're dancing with us. They're clapping along.
Yep.
I think I think the one that I look forward to, but then I dread at the same time because it's at the end of the day, is Runnymede.
Yeah,
Like, oh, we got
'cause
one
they're
more.
rushing.
But then I'm like, oh, there's a lot of people. And, you know,
Yeah, usually by then you can't feel your feet anymore. Your feet's usually on fire
But
because you just got done marching
the one
6 miles.
that surprised me, and it was packed from beginning to end, basically, was the one we did in Hudson, New York.
Yeah,
Oh, that parade was insane. The Flag Day parade.
Now, it was a little longer than what we thought, but yeah, people were having fun. We were the
it's
only kind
amazing.
of band like that.
oh yeah.
They don't know what the heck they're
That's what always
seeing.
gets me. How did
Yeah.
these people in Hudson, New York, figure out what a mummer is?
Yeah.
Oh, they love. They saw us on. They
Yep.
saw us online, and they reached out, and they reached out, and we keep getting reach. We keep getting people reaching out to us, and we got a fun one. I think there's one coming up here in about a month. It's gonna be fun.
Well, we'll talk about that
Yeah.
in a second here. Anything that you want to button up here as far as what we've talked about, or any questions for any one of us, or do you have anything you want to add, Eric?
Boy, questions.
You don't have to. I'm just, it's just like an open little segment here.
Yeah. Other than
Just whatever. If you want to talk about the band, or floor's yours. You don't have to. I'm not trying to put you on a spot
I have
here.
something if you don't.
no, I mean, other than I hope I could say how much fun it is, and more people should come out.
I agree with you 100%. This is the one thing I get from people all the time, especially when I say, "Hey, come on out." Well, I don't play an instrument.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. This is a family, and there's more than one person. There's more than one way. The musicians are just one part of the band. Obviously the musicians get all the limelight, all the the spotlight. Everybody shined on them, and you see the musicians. But you need someone in the background to make sure there's water and food handed out. You need someone back at the hall waiting for you to come back, so that way you have a place to come back and be warm and have warm food and everything ready
And
for
that
you.
works better for some people. Like our
Yes.
current head marshal, we can't take her a picture if we tried.
No, she won't take a picture if
But,
she wouldn't. She wouldn't let us take a picture
But
of
she
her like
whips everybody into shape
Yeah.
come New Year's.
She won't even.
Yeah.
I'll take the photo, but no, it's anybody can do this. This is open to anybody, and all you got to do is want to have fun, and there's a job for everybody. I'm hoping people out there hear this that aren't mummers, that are just mummer fans, and just understand, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I watched the Mummers Parade on TV. I wasn't in the parade. You don't have to grow up in this. There's a lot of bands, a lot of organizations that,
generation after generation.
It's one generation after another, and all they know is the parade. But then there's people like myself that I had no family ties to the bands. Nope. I had no this is just, hey, do you want to come help? Hey, do you want to come help? Hey, your son plays an instrument. You want to play? And all you had to do was just come out, and we'll find something for you.
And like you wanted to continue to play.
Yep.
We have a few folks in the band at the moment that, played in high school, and the instrument was just kind of, collecting dust, so to speak. And they're here, and they're having a good time, and you know what I mean? So
absolutely.
If that's what you want, if you want to dust it off, and even if you squeak 1,000 times, you can still.
That's what we're here for. We're here to teach.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I hear the wrap-up songs downstairs.
Yeah, they must be done practice.
They must be almost done practice. They're going to want me to come down here in a second.
Yeah. So, just wrap up. If you want to announce anything that's coming up, I know we have a beef and beer.
Beef and beer and an open house coming up.
Open house. And
open house coming out on the 28th.
Give all the details on that.
That's what's that, Wednesday the 28th? Am I correct?
28th. Yeah.
Yep. And then the Saturday before, the 24th from 6 to 10 at the Colonial Cafe in West Effort. Right there on 45, we have a beef and beer. It's $30. You can hit our Venmo up, check out our Facebook page. All the details are on there for that. And the open house is open to anybody, any band, any member. Come on out. Let's have some fun. Yep. Let's get a big group together. Let's play some music and enjoy the night.
Yep. Parade coming up?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet. We got our St. Patrick's Day parade. We got St. Patrick's Day parade. We're going to be around in the area.
Yeah, we'll talk. And
we'll talk more about that.
So where I'm looking to put one of these out every other week, hopefully, if everything works out well. So stay tuned. Thank you, Eric.
It was
Pat,
a pleasure.
Thank you for organizing this, Alex.
So we'll
awesome.
I'll definitely do it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get more shy people in the band.
And we could talk about other stuff and all kinds.
We'll cattle prod them and get them up here.
Yeah. So appreciate it, guys. Thank you for watching and listening. See you next time. Bye.
Hey, y'all. Watch this.